Collabro were the winners of Britain's Got Talent 2014, and in that time they got to perform at the Raw Variety Performance. But what else have the guys been up to? Here's what happened when I caught up with them.
Hello guys.
Hi.
Hello. How is everyone?
Good.
Fabulous. Now the last time I saw you guys, I put you on the spot and said, do you think you've got what it takes to win Britain's Got Talent?
We are kind of like a week away from the final, a couple of days. Do you feel you've got what it takes to win Britain's Got Talent? One word to put you on the spot, yes or no?
Yes.
Yay! You said yes, and you went on to do it.
And we did it.
And you did it, so you believed in your performance.
It's because I read the bones.
Oh. I think, Jamie, I think you need to tell the story.
No.
Yeah.
We were in Nando's and I used to eat whole chickens.
Used to.
And
Still do.
Uncooked. Basically, ate it in Nando's and there was this chicken carcass on the table and I was like, right, okay, I'm going to read the buttons. Do you think we're going to win Britain's Got Talent? Picked it up and chucked it on the table.
And it was it.
And I was like, yes! And what I didn't realise was the waitress was standing right behind me.
So bad.
She was just
Are you
furious.
finished?
Yes, are you finished? I was
I have
like,
to
yes.
point out,
I'm just-
Bones didn't actually spell the word yes or anything.
No,
He was
no.
just changing. Yeah.
If anyone's got any questions?
Got some superpowers.
Yeah,
Bones.
Look into the future.
Yep.
And you know, you must have believed in yourselves and also each other, which was really nice to see, because when I met you the last time, we had been together for 4 months, so you went up there and I felt that you could really feel the bond between you guys. You're like brothers, so you're almost like 2 years in now. Are you arguing yet?
I think basically what's happened is we probably went through a bit of a stage where, you know, we got on each other's nerves and this lot. But actually, now, because we all know how to deal with each other and everyone knows what makes people happy and what makes us, you know, and when people need space and things, we all just get on so well. And when we do have discussions, we literally can just tell each other everything. So we just literally say how we feel and move on.
There's one rule we have, which is that we never share hotel rooms.
Don't you?
No, because
Never.
we spend all day, every day with each other. So I think we just kind of need. Everybody needs.
But also,
a
three
bit
of the guys have
Relationship.
long-term girlfriends,
Yeah, exactly.
so they like to go and like chat to
I
the
think
girls
it's
on the
only
phone.
been like that since we were in Blackpool and I poured the whole thing of moisturiser.
No, right. We had a gig
that
in
was so
Blackpool before
bad.
Britain's Got Talent.
Right.
It's like a kind of practice gig for our stuff before we went on. And we hadn't even rehearsed stars by then, had we?
No.
We were like, this is like the first week of our lives as Collabro. And they introduced us first as Calypso.
There have been so many variations.
So many.
My favourite's been Collabro.
But anyway, we Michael and Tom were in one room, and then me, Matt, and Rich were in another. And I was driving, so they gave me the double bed, which was very nice, and they had a bunk bed. And I walked in, and we just had it was the funniest night, wasn't it? Because basically, on my pillow was this chocolate. And I was like, oh my god, this is really exciting. And so I opened it up and ate it and thought it was white chocolate, but it was a bar of soap.
No!
It wasn't on your pillow either, don't lie. It was in the bathroom and you
But
picked it
after
up
the
and thought.
first bite,
I was like,
You thought it was a white chocolate.
Oh my god.
all I
I love
remember
how
is
you
these guys
put that
like howling,
in.
laughing, and then basically we got back and we were all a bit, we went on a night out anyway, and then I got back and Matt had like squeezed my entire tub of moisturiser into my bed when I hadn't realised, and I was just too drunk.
I would have been
furious.
I was furious.
I offered Matt some tea, and he said a day to drop.
No, can I tell it? It's funny. So I was in the top bunk and Rich was in the bottom. And I was already just getting into bed and Rich, it wasn't even a hot cup of tea, it was just a cup of tea that had been made earlier on, we'd left it. And Rich just picked it up and then put it up to the bunk bed and he went, Matt, would you like some tea? And I just went, just drop it on the floor, day, just drop it. And he just went,
Oh my gosh, you rock stars.
Yeah. Rock stars. Not quite throwing a TV out the window,
Okay,
but
not yet.
this
So
was
we
the
just
point.
fast asleep.
Yeah, this is the point when Michael and I were really glad we were in the other room.
That's before Richard started actually like full on body slamming me from the top of the bunk bed.
Oh my
and then,
gosh.
and then we ran downstairs and our box is just like...
And this is after you won Britain's Got Talent.
This is
We've
before.
been good boys.
Are you being good
since-
sin?
No,
No.
not really.
I believe.
Yes, we are.
Now speaking of Britain's Got Talent, like you know, you were also emotional. The last time I saw you, more so Jamie, I think was more emotional.
I was emotional.
When you won and your name was announced, what did you think? Was it like 100
I
times
don't know if you've
more
seen
emotional?
that hideous picture of the
When you're like,
all of us.
Basically, I think that was like I think they came to me to ask me whether I was feeling alright, and I was like, don't worry.
And you're like...
Oh no, because I thought Jack was going to medics.
Oh yeah,
On
Stand for
standby.
you.
When we did our final performance, they had standby medics going, he's going to faint, watch it.
I definitely wasn't. But it's because my sister's a medic, and she was chatting to the chief medic afterwards, who said that basically all the way through after we'd won, they like the whole team backstage generally thought I was going to collapse. And I wasn't that bad. Like I was emotional, but I wasn't like fainting.
You weren't close to just.
Well, no, but when you run off and then just fall on the floor at the back of the stage, what are they
Of
meant
course,
to
for
do?
concern, right?
Props and cause for concern.
It was great because afterwards we just had people following us around with like champagne bottles and
that's
topping us up and stuff like that.
Oh,
That was cool.
How many glasses of champagne have you had? Just this one.
My favourite bit of that winning night was we were outside the porta cabins outside, and they were all like kind of joined together by these metal poles. And I was talking to Rich, and he was like,
Yeah.
I was like, are you falling asleep on your feet? He was like,
Yeah.
and then basically he hiccuped. He was like, and then turned around and walked straight into this metal
I was
pole.
going to say you
And the pole definitely came off worse because he just then stood up and walked away.
Didn't you apologise to it though?
I said sorry.
Is
So
that-
don't talk apart.
Sorry.
You've got manners. You've got manners. Matt, what was it like, singing? Sorry, she called you there, screamed you at the end there.
Matt!
What was it like, the Royal Variety performance? I mean, in front of the royal family, were you nervous?
Yeah.
We were.
No, it wasn't. It was really good, but we were very nervous, and Michael had a bit of a story about that, didn't you? He sort of just said the only thing that was said to Kate was that she looked stunning.
Oh.
But he sort of blurted it.
You're not really meant to say it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
You've
wait,
got to say Sir to Prince William and Ma'am to Kate, but obviously it was their first year, so
Yes,
we were
it's
making
alright.
our debut, they were making their debut, so I thought, she doesn't know what to expect yet.
So they feel just like us.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
They know what the same boat.
Yeah. They were lovely.
William had gone past and said, wish you every success, you guys have great voices. And then
Oh.
Kate came past and she said, oh, what's next for Collabro? And we told them about our amazing tour that we have obviously been on now. And then she was just about to walk away and I said, can I just say that you look absolutely stunning? Because obviously she was 4 months pregnant at the time. And she
Waited
she
until
looked
William
fantastic.
was out of earshot.
Yeah. And she looked back and she went, well, you look fantastic. And I say that she pointed at me, but she sort of addressed.
She went like that. She didn't go like that.
Well,
You all as
Fantastic.
one, Collaborators.
Yeah.
And I want to talk a bit about the first album, Stars. I mean, it's done so well, #1, success stateside. What was it like? How have you kind of taken it all on board?
I mean, obviously we had #1 back in August, and that was just unbelievable. And
Yeah.
then since then, it's just been just an absolute rollercoaster. Obviously, Michael said we had a sell-out tour.
Yeah.
We went to Hong Kong, which ended up us going to Japan, which we've recently come back from, and it just went crazy over there. We were on a TV program called A Music Station, and it goes out to about 20 million people. And after that, we just couldn't walk the streets because people
my
just
God.
were like wanted pictures and things like that, but we're going back out there because it went so well. We're going back out there in November to do a tour of Japan.
Oh, wow.
Just signed a deal in America with Sony Masterworks, so we're going out there in July doing a show in New York and LA. Obviously bringing out the second album June the 1st, and we might be going to Australia and New Zealand in August.
when you put it all like that,
I know,
It's
it's
like-
busy.
it's
When do you
regurgitating.
sleep? When do you sleep?
We don't.
All of
In the
this
camps.
in 2 years, it's coming up
It's
to 2
only
years.
No, much less. Less
it's
than
not
a
even
year.
18 months. Yeah.
We won it. We won Britain's Got Talent last June
June.
the 7th.
Okay.
And actually, when it comes full circle around this year, we'll be performing at the Royal Albert Hall. with
Oh
Little
wow!
Mix, which is
I
gonna
just
be-
saw them.
Yeah, really?
Oh, yeah, I saw them.
We
Yeah,
loved
they're
it.
lovely. And can you tell me a bit about the new album? Is it going to be how different is it going to be to the first one?
The biggest thing about this album actually is the way we chose the songs was. We put on Facebook and Twitter and social media, what would you, our collaborators, like to see on the album? And obviously it came back with hundreds and hundreds of suggestions. But there were some that came up time and time again, and we picked maybe 20 really good numbers out of those and demoed them all, and then picked the very 10 best of those.
Yeah.
And that's what's on the album. So it really is kind of an album by the fans for the fans.
And social networking has really played a massive part for you guys because some of you met via YouTube and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and then all the collaborators, and then obviously asking what they want on the second album. It really is. You are all like family with your collaborators, aren't you?
It's fantastic. Our collaborators got us here and we just love them. I mean, we had some outside waiting for us today. I mean,
Oh, they were there for you guys, got there for me.
Yeah.
I'm strutting in, flicking. Oh, okay. Maybe next year.
we love them. We have a good group of fans that like to follow everything we do. But no, we'd be nowhere without the collaborators, the fans, and I mean, social media wise, I mean, obviously music's now digitally available, and we're actually really shocked for the sort of music we do.
Yeah.
We actually have a huge digital fan base as well. They actually say that people compare us to Il Divo,
Yeah.
and their digital online purchases of music is actually only a couple of percent. But ours can be up to 15-20%, and so that's really cool that we sort of reach all those areas. In fact, on tour we had 3 generations of families coming in. So we had the daughter, the mother, and the grandmother, and they were all like, "We all love Collabro," and we just sort of thought that's great. So we're doing well online.
And you're back on Britain's Got Talent for the semi-finals
Yes.
as well. Are you nervous or are you alright about it now?
It's gonna be nice to go back.
Exciting, yeah.
It's gonna be nice to go back as an act,
Yeah.
rather than just a contestant. So we're gonna really enjoy it, I think, and we're gonna have a song from the new album. That's what we're gonna be performing. So we're really excited, and that we've seen the creative. It looks pretty pretty cool.
We actually had a little test run because we actually got invited to sing out on Portugal's Got Talent, the final.
Yeah.
So we went out there, and that was incredibly nostalgic because it's a similar set and stuff like that. But to actually be back at Wembley Fountain Studios and performing in front of the same judges, and, I mean, it's going to be incredibly nerve-wracking, but incredibly emotional. And I think we're all just going to absolutely soak in all the energy of the audience.
Right, there's going to be so many different things that you sort of haven't seen. I mean, with what we do, they sort of like to just have us stood and listen really about the voices, but even with this one, they're going crazy with the creative, so we're really excited.
They're dancing.
Oh,
we're going to do a
solo ballet piece.
And this year's Britain's Got Talent, have you got any favourites?
I think we've all got different ones actually.
Yeah, I really like Entity, the dance group, and Emma Jones because she's a fellow Cumbrian. Not just that, she's amazing.
Got to
stick with her. She has got talent.
I like Jamie Raven. We actually met him before and he taught us a few magic tricks, so hopefully we can remember some, and if we do see him at the semi-finals, then hopefully he can show us some more.
Vladimir, the guy who couldn't trampoline but could, he was just amazing. He went back to kind of that Laura and Hardy sort of slapstick thing. So I'm really interested to see what he does with the semi-final.
I'm a really big fan of the gospel choir who sung Raw Revelation Avenue, and they're really, really, really cool.
My favourite is, has always been since the start, the roller skating brother and sister. I just think, how do you top that? Where do you go from that? I'm really excited to see what they do next.
And her head was so close to the floor when he was swinging.
Yeah,
around.
watching it from behind your pillow, behind your teeth.
Nail biting stuff. And also, my favourite, actually one of my favourites, has to be Lorraine Bowen, the Crumble song.
No, we love that.
Everyone loves
cooking
it.
something, but I'm good at cooking crumble.
So you met her?
I met her, yes, I did last week actually. She's such a lovely lady.
My mate recently did an acoustic version of that song
wow.
on Twitter, and she replied to it. So
Oh, did
great.
she?
So it's really good. It's
Such a lovely lady. Well, usually I'd say to you before you've got what it takes to win Britain's Got Talent, but you've done it already.
Done it! I've got a t-shirt.
Oh, thank you very much. I wish you every success.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Britain's Got Talent info from me, Ophelia Sport, on Reality TV.